Folks, Gary Robinson here from the Patriot Soil Project. We're out here today at Duke's Farm. It's a very special day indeed. As we've introduced you in the past, our resident tree expert, Steve Allen, is actually going to share a demonstration about how these Patriot trees are actually planted. What we have here, as you will see, are thousands of trees being planted. So we're going to move right in here to have an opportunity to meet with our good friend Steve, a resident expert again, and Mr. Steve.
Brother.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Wow, wow, wow. Look at this. This is amazing. Maybe tell us what's going on here between these two,
Between the two tables, we've got about 2,200, 22 and a half trees, probably 6,000 total trees started. What we'd like to show you today is just how we do that. So the process is simple. We're going to probably get a little wet here. Our sprinklers are coming on.
Oh, and
But
Steve, the sprinklers are coming out. I guess so we'll give it a minute.
We'll
But
step this way
before
and
that, all of the soil here before, what do you call them? Cuttings?
Yes.
Cuttings, and Steve will explain what the cuttings are in a little bit. But first, all of this soil has been introduced with soil from the resting places of the thousands of soldiers that we spoke about. Additionally, we only put a small sampling of that soil in each of these pods for a very clear reason. The conditions really need to, in order to optimize the results of the planting, it's important that the soil is actually, maybe pick it up, Steve. What is that to be planted?
It's a select soil that I have made for this project. It's got the vermiculite in it, and then proper soil ingredients. I'm just getting thrown off of this water system here, but it's a soil that we'll just top with the soil from the Patriot project. And then what we'll do is we'll go to our other farm and we'll hand select cuttings off of oak trees just like this right here. And what we're looking for here is a strong base and a weak top or a rubbery top. And this is an oak tree cutting that we're going to put in the pod or the cell, if you will, of the tray. And first, the process is we'll clean up the bottom of it, make our final cut, take off any leaves that are on the bottom. Then we'll stick it in our grow solution, which is a propagating mix. We'll leave it in there for 2 minutes. And 2 minutes later, we'll come in, we'll pull these out, all of them, and then we'll simply start the process of planting them. So what we do here is we'll take one of our Patriot flags and we'll stick it right in the middle because that's the perfect size hole for our stem. And we're simply cutting into that hole, put our flag back, and we'll just touch it in there like so. Then we'll move on to the next one. And there you have the beginning of a future oak tree. And we appreciate your time and patience in watching us do that.
Hey, and awesome. So, Steve, just so we're clear on this, the 6,000 trees that are now currently planted. So you went and found the right oak tree. How do you determine the right oak tree, and actually took cuttings from 6,000 different cuttings from all these different oak trees in order to get where we are to grow these Patriot trees? Is that correct?
Yeah. Here at Duke Farms, we select our trees that we actually bring in, grow, and sell from another vendor, a vendor up north it happens to be. What we're looking for is the perfect oak tree, something that will grow erect and not just like these are cutting oak trees. They're not seedling oak trees. So these trees are going to be uniform. They're going to be beautiful. They're all going to reach for the sky, and it's a win for all of us. So we'll take that tree and we're going to actually sort of clone it and do it 6,000 times from these trees. No, it's not on one tree, but our crop that we have chosen is all the same. So they're all cuttings from the same type of tree.
Wow, that is impressive. And how much time does it really take to get all those clippings, go out, determine which trees you're going to actually get those clipping from, and also tell us what the process is in the growing process before these trees begin to mature?
Right. I think we've probably got an hour and a half. Let's just call it per tray. Now you times that times 6,000 trees. You get about whatever the tray is. There's 180 trees in a tray. Um, so it takes us about an hour and a half to do the cuttings. We'll carry them over here from our main farm. We'll do the final cutting, what we call the final cutting. So what we're doing is just making a cutting quickly, looking for the right branches, and we take them off the new growth. Bring it over here, then we'll do a final cutting, trim up the tree the way we want it, and then do the process I just showed you by fitting it in the juice and then putting it into the plant. So we probably got an hour and a half here. This process will take about 6 months for these trees to root. Long time. We'll try and keep them wet. At the same time, we'll keep the weeds out of them. We'll spray them for insects and fungus as needed. And at the end of 6 months, hopefully we've got a fresh new root system on these trees. And we'll take them from here and we'll put them in 1 gallon or 3 gallon containers. And then we're off and running. That's about 6 months to a year. After that, it takes another year and a half to get them to full size there. Then we'll take them into a 25 gallon, which is now where they're a plantable tree. That's going to take another year and a half. So we probably got 4 years max to develop a plantable tree.
Wow, that is incredible. So obviously, this journey is long before, like Steve mentioned, to get a plantable tree. However, what we do have available, we have many trees that have reached or reaching the point to maturity. And with those trees, what we've done is been able to plug different areas of those trees and infuse the Patriot soil inside those trees as well. So that, in fact, a more mature tree can be deemed a Patriot soil tree. And our objective ultimately is for anyone in the state of Florida, veteran, non-veteran, or whatever, to ultimately be able to reserve one of these trees to be planted at some point in time in the future and at some location. And also, in addition, Mary, my awesome wife Mary, who's taken a video, and by the way, is also an Air Force veteran, is you can see the additional trays that are all over here. So, Steve, on each side here, we've got roughly 3,000 trees on each side?
Well, I think we've got 2,400 on this side, 2,400 on this side. We've got more in the back. You can see the empty trays. We're in the process now of filling. So my crew's over going out and taking more cuttings off of our select trees on our other fields, and then we'll finish that. We hope to have 6,000 to 10,000 trees here.
Wow, now that is definitely very exciting. In addition, what we've done, because initially the last video, we had actually fortified the soil at that point with about 2,000 soldiers, but additionally, an additional 3,000 soldiers from the resting places. The soil has been collected and has been introduced to these plants as well. So literally, we have more than 5,000 soldiers represented here in what would accumulate to be maybe as much as 10,000 trees. It is an incredible ambition, extremely broad in scope, and we cannot thank Duke Farms and, of course, our resident tree expert over here, who is incredible in believing in this project, making special arrangements and concessions, and having the team and the staff work to make this project happen. So, and if I remember, you're military man as well?
I'm an Air Force brat. My father served in the Air Force for 28 years.
There you go.
Very proud to be part of this, and very proud of him and his soldiers.
Wow.
All of the men served.
And as you can tell, probably, those, I'm 82nd Airborne guy, so I'm Army. I'm in between two Air Force people.
Yeah.
I take the heat all the time. Just so you know. It doesn't matter. But Steve, I can't thank you enough for today.
Thank you.
And really helping to explain what you do, the process that you went through to make this, the Patriot Soil Project, work. Because this model right here is to be replicated. We're in discussions right now with small tree farms in the state of Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama. There are many states ultimately looking to follow this model. So we're excited about it. It wouldn't be possible if it were not for the commitment and the willingness and support of Duke Farms. And of course, our resident tree expert here, it's actually making this all possible. So we bid everyone farewell. Thanks so much, and we'll continue to keep you informed. Bye-bye.
Thanks, so.